There was a Hasidic man not so long ago living in Russia whose name was Rabbi Mendel Futerfas. He was sent to the Gulag in Russia for committing the unforgivable sin of spreading Judaism to other Jews in Russia during the Soviet rule. And there in the Gulag, he was with all sorts of different people. And one of them was, in his life before he was imprisoned, a tightrope walker, a circus man, a tightrope walker. And many of the people in the prison, probably Rabbi Futerfas included, had never seen a tightrope walker walk a tightrope. So they asked this man to show them, to give them a performance, to bring them some joy to Gulag life. And sure enough, this man looked around, found some sturdy string, and made a rope to walk the tightrope. After some preps, getting him back into the thick of things, he managed to, he felt he was ready for the performance. He climbed up to a high place where the rope was strung, and he began to walk. And although he was a little bit shaky at first, he continued smoothly. He got to one end, turned around, came back to the other end, and came back down. Everyone gave him a big applause for his amazing performance, and people walked away in wonderment. How could a person be walking a rope, a thin, flimsy rope over a high place, dangerous? What's the secret? So Rabbi Mendel Futerfas was curious enough to actually go up to this tightrope walker and ask him, what is your secret? How are you able to walk on that flimsy rope and not fall, not be afraid? What's the secret? The man explained to Rabbi Futerfas as follows. The secret is keeping your eyes on the other end of the rope, where you want to get to. The minute your eyes leave that spot, that's when you're vulnerable. And that's why the most vulnerable spot in the tightrope walk is the moment you have to turn around and face the other way. Because at that moment, you're not looking at your goal. You've turned around. That's when you're at your most vulnerable. Rabbi Mendel Futerfas, being a Hasidic rabbi and Jew, took this lesson and applied it to his own life, in his life as a Jew and in general. In order for us not to falter, not to fall, and to stay focused and committed, we need to have goals. We need to know what we want to accomplish with our lives and what we hope for. And when we have that clear in our minds, well, then even when we go through struggles and we falter and we almost fall, we never actually fall, because we remember where we want to get to, what our long-term goal is, how we want our families to look, what we want our children to be, and what do we want them to see and experience. So this week, I encourage you to think about, what is that long-term goal? What is that thing that you want to accomplish in your life? What is the bigger picture in your life that you want to stay focused on? Shabbat Shalom.